Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Dream Queen by Perla. So, I'm not exactly sure who this message is for. I'm assuming that if you're drawn to the title or whatever, this message is going to be for you. Before we get started, I want to go ahead and say thank you to all of you for your love and support. Thank you for being here with me. But the message that is coming through, and um, I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm finally like on schedule with my things. So I guess that's why these messages are coming in more and more to go live. But the thing is that some of you out there really have to hear the fact that your cup is already overflowing. And it is not something that is going to be just now. This is something that is going to be continuous, if that makes any sense. The urgency to really recognize who you are, to really recognize the authority that you have over your own life, to realize the authority and the power that you have over the choices that you take, over the choices that you make is very, very important. Um, I keep on saying it, but it's like I can't stress it enough. We're all here and none of us are perfect. We're all going through our own experiences. We all have challenges that we face on a day-to-day basis, but we're still showing up. We're still, hey Margaret, we're still showing up. We're still coming ahead and putting the messages that maybe people don't want to put, or maybe that people are afraid to say. But the thing is that the games, they need to stop when it comes to your life. You have to, you have to, you have to know within yourself who you are. You have to know within yourself what it is that you're meant here to do during this time. And the amount of love that some of you hold inside of you for everyone and for everything. And yeah, I'm getting emotional because it's like it brings sorrow to see people that are filled with love and compassion staying silent because what they're saying or the messages that they're bringing forth are exposing others. And the thing is that if you're listening to this message, it's because you have already recognized that, you have already seen that, and you're either kind of questioning yourself if this is true, if what has been revealed to you is true or not. And if it is, then how do you move forward? Because right now, a lot of you are, when it comes to your spiritual journey, so we're not talking about love, we're not talking about, you know, people that may be coming at you or whatever. This, whatever it is that is happening in your personal life, regardless of what it is, finances, love, whatever. Today, if you have, or if you're willing to take the time to reflect on what it is that you have gone through the past that has prepared you for this moment to finally go into that space spiritually that you have never been before. Finally accept things for what they are. Finally accept things how they are truly revealed to you. Hi, Vanessa, how are you? Um, and the thing is that many are still stuck on wanting something from the past or wanting to hold to someone from the past. And where you're going, where you're headed, a lot of those individuals spiritually are not coming with you. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is not that you're better than them. It's not that you're, that they don't deserve it or anything like that. It's that at this moment, where you are spiritually, the things that are being revealed to you right now spiritually, they're for you because you have done the work even when you didn't feel like it, even when you wanted to stay in bed, even when you wanted to go ahead and curl in bed under the covers, and you were probably afraid because of the things that were being revealed to you. of the world that we live in. And it's like you need to stop. You need to stop wasting your time. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but a lot of you are wasting your time on people, wanting to bring people forward with you that are not meant to be in this cycle, that are not meant to reap the rewards that you're reaping or that you're about to begin to reap. So it's like a reminder to all of you, if you wake up and you are feeling any type of way, do something for you. And I promise you, the more that you stay focused on your journey, the more that you stay focused on what it is that God is trying to do, what Spirit is trying to get out, where it is that we're trying our best to get everybody to see things from a different perspective, the the easier is going to be, the less you're going to have those days where you feel like you're fighting your thoughts. The less you're going to have those days where you feel like all you want to do is sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep, or all you want to do is binge eat and this and that. And it's like, you were not, like, honestly, the only word that is coming up is like, a lot of people are living right now, literally, you're like an experiment. You're like a lab rat. Let's put it that way. It's like, follow this line, turn left here, turn right there. Do not look to your left, do not look to your right. And it's like, is that all that you want from your life? Is that all that you want to experience? I've been dealing with that in regards to who I thought. Yeah, to your DM. Yeah, when it comes to like twin flames and things like that, is there's a lot that has been revealed to me. I'm still trying to figure out a way to put it into context, if that makes any sense. But when it comes to focusing on, when you start to focus your energy from yourself, let's say if you're spending time on trying to learn you, trying to see what it is that you're here for. And then we shift our energy, our perception to what it is or who it is, someone or something outside of us. That starts to bring in a lot of doubts, a lot of thoughts about different things. So it's like, during this time and moving forward, it's like, if you know that your cup within yourself is overflowing, if you know that you're doing the work, that you are giving yourself that love, that you're putting yourself first. Because I was going ahead and I was doing some work for Patreon earlier today, and it was like, you know what? It is so simple. There's a word that it's no, N-O. It is very, very, very simple. But individuals tend to say no to themselves a lot, but not to others, either because they feel guilty or because they feel, oh, if I say no to this person, they're going to get mad or they're going to think that I don't care. No, it's like, you need to say no. And no is a very easy word to say, but a lot of people, especially when you have a big heart, when you have a lot of compassion for people, it is very hard for you to say no to others, because you want to help, you want others to feel this amazing love that comes from within, that is not coming from anyone or anything outside of you. And the thing is that when we stop practicing the no, when we stop setting those boundaries, what happens? You do and you do and you do and you do for others. But then what happens to you? What happens to the things that you want to work out? What happens to the dreams that you have? What happened to the goals that you're trying to reach? They're put on hold because you simply didn't want, because you either felt guilty or because somebody tried to make you feel guilty because you said no. You know, regardless of how much technology you have around you, regardless of whatever it is, phones can be turned off. They can go on do not disturb. Same thing with the TV, with the computers, whatever it is. Every day, let's put it this way. I'm going to challenge everybody between now and the new moon. Set something for you to do every single morning when you first wake up that is for you. I don't care what it is. It can be taking 10 minutes to meditate, 10 minutes to dance, 10 minutes to pray, 10 minutes to whatever. If you're going to meditate, you want to pray, you want to do it on your bed before you get out of bed, go ahead and do it. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and read the live chat. Don't worry about it. I just kind of want to get this message out. And You want to go for a 5-10 minute walk, whatever it is. But during this time, I want you, and again, it's going to go however it is for you that you feel that you're being led to do it. But take a time. So say at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., whenever you wake up, it doesn't really matter. From this time to this time is going to be, let's say, Vanessa's time. It's going to be Margaret's time. It's going to be Perla's time. And regardless of who's texting, who's calling, who's sending messages, who's this, who's that, you're setting a time for yourself. Now, that time for yourself that you're setting, you're setting it ahead of time, right? So if you're setting it ahead of time for yourself, intuitively, it's like you're prepared, your intuition is preparing you because it knows that every single day during this time, you have the time to work on this for yourself, right? And it all ties up, guys. Trust me. Your physical health, your mental health, everything ties up when it comes to spirituality. But the thing is, what I want you guys to focus on is that any interruptions that are trying to come in during that time, you say no to. You say no to. Because, yes, it is very honorable to want to help others, it is very honorable to want to be there for others. But in my opinion, it's a dishonor when you don't put yourself first, when you stop listening to your intuition, when you stop doing what it is that you are guided to do. And that's pretty much the message. It's like some of you don't, it's either you're having a hard time realizing how much your cup is overflowing, and it's not just, and how can I put it this way, it is not a, some people are very good like at suppressing their emotions and like not showing what they're really going through or whatever, but it's not like this fake love or this fake joy or this fake happiness. It is finally, when it comes to finding that balance, finally, when it comes to finding that space, it's like you have finally, it just clicked and you got it. And you have to, whatever it was that you did to get yourself to that space, whatever it was that you did to get yourself to that point in your life, you have to remember what it was that it took for you to get there. Not sitting in it from a place of pity or anything like that. But what were the choices that you made every single day that allow you to feel or to get to a place where your cup is overflowing? And that is what you have to remember. And that is what you have to practice. And that is what you have to do. Now, moving forward in your path, moving forward in your journey, knowing that there is so much more to learn. But being open to knowing that whatever it is that you're being led to learn it's going to all tied up when it comes to your journey. Guys, give me a second. Let me go ahead and just read these real quick. Leaving your family for my new family. I kind of like that quote. Now I'm trying to... Again, Margaret, when it comes to, it doesn't really matter whether who you thought your DM was or not, chose another person or not. It is about, what does Margaret want? What is it that you're trying to accomplish? What is it that you want for you? That is where your focus should really be. I know. You see, when we talk about like trying to convince ourselves through our thoughts to either let go of something or something like that, there's a tendency where people can become heavily obsessive or just continue to think and think and think and think. And in essence, instead of letting something go, you're actually holding on to it more. So if you feel like you're having a hard time, always remember the energy transmutations are there. They're there for free for everyone. And it's like the choice only has to be made once. But once you make it from your heart, it completely changes everything. Whether it is that you have to go into meditation or pray or whatever it is that you have to do in order to sincerely forgive everyone involved in the situation, forgive yourself, and then literally make peace with the situation in order to leave, to release it or to let it go, then that's what you have to do. If that means that you have to spend an hour crying while you're releasing it, then let it be. In the past, especially, a lot of the things that I released were released through literally like freaking crying my ass off, because when revelations of what I was doing to myself, how I was dishonoring myself, was shown to me, the pain, not so much of somebody walking away from me, but the pain of me not seeing me hurt more than anything else. All right, so you guys are chit chatting. Yeah, with divine timing, it's like nobody can control that. If, I always say it, when people are coming back from your past, is for one or two reasons. Either they're coming back to stay, or they're maybe coming back to have another, let's say, another position in your life, or to interact with you in a different way. Or sometimes is to really, whether some people believe it or not, is to really see if you have really let go of that person, if you have really let go of the situation, if you have really learned the lesson or the cycle. And it's not just with people, it's also with things. If you are someone, let's say, that had a lot of issues with spending money that you know you didn't have, and then you get to a place where financially you find yourself stable, and then all of a sudden little things from the past that you used to do, as far as like spending money on things that are really not necessary, things that you really don't need, and you know that the money that is coming in is for something specific, then you are going to be in a way like, you're going to start seeing sales that are going to draw you into like, ooh, I should buy that. Ooh, I should buy that. Ooh, I should buy. So these good sales are not there always for you to go ahead and buy it. It's like, are you going to have the self-discipline this time around to manage the money that has come in the correct way? And so we keep on repeating certain cycles. We keep on repeating certain patterns until we have learned the lesson. So during this time is okay, let's get everybody back on track to self. Let's get everybody back on track on, taking care of themselves and really seeing the beauty that there is within themselves, the love, everything that is within themselves. And let's see if we can keep everybody on track versus having everybody get that high and get to a certain point. And then someone comes along or something comes along that gets you extremely excited. And then you stop doing what it was that you were doing that got you to the place of feeling like your cup is overflowing. I hope that makes sense, guys. It's like when it comes to trying to see if there's anything else, the main focus right now has to be you. It has to be getting yourself to a place where you are ready, regardless of whatever it is that you have been trying to manifest, whatever it is that you have been creating, whatever it is that you have been praying for, wishing for, writing spells for, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is that you set your intentions for. It's like, okay, when you were praying, when you were meditating, your heart was in the right place, you knew exactly what it was that you wanted. Now the question is, are you ready to receive it, even if it's not coming in the way that you expected it to come in? That is a question. It's like, are you ready? Because it's like you have to be in a place where you're following your intuition, and that whatever it is, and because you have to realize, we talk about living in the moment, right? And people twist that word or that phrase around so much. Some people use it in order not to have accountability for their actions, and some people don't. Yes, we are to live in the moment. We are to enjoy the moment. We are to enjoy, being able to breathe, being able to enjoy nature, being able to, and, a lot of people would tell me like, "Oh, you're always talking about nature." Yeah, I spend a lot of time in nature. It's 22 acres in the backyard, guys. Like, how can I not take advantage of that? To be honest with you, but the thing is that if you don't enjoy the little things, if you don't enjoy the little blessings, then what makes you think that when the big blessings, when the big things come in, you're going to enjoy them? Because again, if you have to wait for something or someone outside of you to bring you that happiness or to bring you that joy, then is your cup really overflowing? Or are you filling your cup by what others are saying or doing for you? And that's where you have to realize is that your cup from within you should be overflowing. And in order to give, and in order to be of service, and in order to help others get to that place, you yourself have to be there first. You wouldn't have a kindergarten student teaching a teacher to become a kindergarten teacher because the student doesn't know. The teacher had to go through the lesson, the teacher had to go through school, the teacher had to do all of these things in order to then be put in a room with 25 different kindergartners to teach them what it is that they are to learn. And that is what you have to realize here. So again, finding what it is that you need to release from your past, whether it's a person or a thought or a belief, this is a time for you to go ahead and do it. And like I said again, this between now and the new moon, commit to taking that time for yourself. And trust me, it is going to do so much for you that, and it's not that every day you're going to wake up and you're like, oh, yay. No, there are days where I wake up and I'm on that mat and I'm like, I have my routine. My routine does include workouts. And there's times when I get on that mat and I'm like, yeah, I really don't know. And it's like, I'm fighting myself mentally and I'm like, but where the heck is this coming from? Like, I enjoy exercising. I enjoy what it does for my body physically. Screw this. Put my headphones on and jump in and do my workout. But again, it is about doing the things that you have committed to do for yourself on a daily basis, so that when the universe is ready to give you those blessings, you're ready to receive them. When spirit comes in and it's like you feel it, it's like, get up there and give the message. You're not thinking about the 10,000 things that you still have to do, because everything that you had to do for today, everything that you had to do for tomorrow, even a week ahead, it's like, it's done. And it's like, let's go ahead. You want me to get on YouTube and bring people these messages, even though half of them might think I'm crazy? Then let's go ahead and let's do so. But the thing is, if you're still stuck on the past, how are you going to live now? How are you going to go ahead and enjoy what it is that you have now? How are you going to go ahead and feel or believe that you're going to be able to manifest anything other than what you're thinking about? All right, let me go ahead. Yeah, a lot of people, especially now around the world, are doing a lot of online buying, going crazy. And the thing is, my experience when it comes to online buying wasn't so much out of, let's say, because I was bored or something like that. I would literally order stuff online while I was sleeping. This was years ago. We're talking about like 2016, 2015, 2014, when the whole narcolepsy thing was still like undiagnosed at the time. And it was like literally like Christmas every single day, because every single day I was receiving a box from like Amazon or like Walmart, or I used to order a lot of H&M for the girls. So it was and I used to just be like, oh, I wonder what I ordered. It was like literally like Christmas every day. And I had to, again, even though I may have not realized that then what was going on, I had to take certain steps to make sure that I had stopped doing that. But yeah, I had, and I mean, I was back then when I used to work, in between, excuse me, I used to work overnights and then I had switched to days. I mean, my paychecks were amazing. So it's like my bank account really didn't feel it, let's put it that way, as much as it would have if I would have been working like, a different shift. But still, like I would spend like literally like $600-700 a week on worth on things that I didn't need. That I could have sworn I was sleeping, but I was awake and just shopping and I had no recollection of it. And it was like when I became aware that there was an issue, I had to go ahead then and take the steps to stop that from happening. And it was kind of like, yeah, and it's like, and that's the same thing. So if you're able to stop that when it comes to something so simple as, stop ordering so many crap that you don't need, then we have to kind of put and implement that no boundary and everything else within our lives. Because the thing is that because you may come out as somebody that is compassionate, somebody that is loving, somebody that wants to help others, there are a lot of people that, excuse me, honestly do not want to do any work for themselves, do not want to face their own shadow side, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody, if they choose to ever face it, they're going to face it when the time is right for them. But what you have to get to a place of knowing is that you cannot you cannot put others before yourself. You have to take care of you. If you want to go ahead and manifest what it is that you're trying to manifest for yourself, if you want to go ahead and, whatever it is that you have been led to do, let's put it this way, and you feel like, let's say me, for example, I'm here and I bring messages and I'm giving people advice on this and that. And, 90% of the time I have to rewatch the videos. Why? Because there's usually a message there for me, either a warning of something that is coming for me to kind of like click, like, hey, you remember when you were giving people this advice on YouTube? Now is the time for you to take your own advice. And the thing is that if I want to go ahead, sit here and give people advice or give people what I'm feeling that is coming energy wise and stuff like that, then I have to be in a position or in a place where I'm able to take my own advice. So any advice that I give you guys or any revelations that I get are things, one, that I myself have gone through, or advice that I would take upon myself if someone was giving it to me. Because some of us may feel that, some people may look at me and be like, oh, no, it's like I said again, we all have challenges. We're all going through something. The thing is that I'm not allowing my challenges to consume me mentally. I'm not allowing my challenges to consume me emotionally. I'm not allowing my challenges to take power, to take authority over my life. It's like, oh, that's a challenge? Okay, don't worry. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to see what it is, how it is that I have to handle this situation, how it is that I have to handle this challenge, versus going into this spiral emotional road where then it's like you're even forgetting how to breathe. And it's like your body naturally knows how to breathe. So again, it's like, what are you spending your time in during this time? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing for yourself today? What have you done for yourself today? What have you done for yourself today that, we're going beyond the getting out of bed, the brushing your teeth, taking a shower. We're going past that. That's, I think by age 5, you should have that down pack personally, but you know what I mean? What have you done today? What have you said no to? And the no does not have to be to a person, but what have you said no to today? And took that time that you set for yourself to do what it is that your intuition, your soul is asking you to do for you during this time. Because that's where we're at. it's like it just has to stop. It really just has to stop. It's like the amount of pain and hurt that people are in. It's like I just sit here and I'm like, but I already, there's only so much I can do. I can say it and I can say it and I can say it, but only those that are ready to receive it are those that are going to receive it. Only those that are ready to go ahead and heal and release all of that pain and anger are going to go ahead and do it. We can't force anybody to do anything. And that's the truth. That is just a simple truth, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to say bye bye. I'm gonna go ahead and read the live chat because I didn't read all the messages. But guys, seriously, sincerely, thank you for spending this time with me. I wanted to say, let's see if there's anything else before I go off. I don't think so. No, this is more about just you guys. It's like just know that everything that you have either been wishing for or hoping for is already inside of you. It's like just know, like it's feel that your cup is overflowing, guys. Just feel it. And again, it's like the energy transmutation. I know they don't have any music, they don't have any catchy tunes or anything, but they were sincerely made with love. And I felt every single negative emotion that I could possibly feel and shift them. I transmuted them within myself to kind of give you guys that space to just catch your breath. Just breathe. And it's like breathing can do so much for your body. And if I see where my life was 5 years ago to where it is now, it is my love. To where it is now, it's amazing how things change within oneself when one chooses to follow their path and chooses to follow their journey no matter what. Well, guys, sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye. Now let's see if we can end this, right? All right, and